Hello, and welcome. Well, I already figured a problem with the stream. It's got the old scoreboard. Sorry about that. Today I'll be casting a show match between Akontistes and Hobo, both diamond level players, around 3750 MMR. Looks like we're just trying to figure out what's the best server for them right now, because Hobo is from Asia, Southeast Asia, and Akontistes is in Europe, so I think both players are going to be dealing with a little bit of lag here, but hopefully we'll find the best server for it. Okay. Okay. Game number 1 in this best of 7. Alright, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg hailing from Southeast Asia. His name is Hobo. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the red Zerg from Europe. His name is Akontistes. So let's see, I think Hobo, he told me where he was. Oh, he's in Thailand. He's, how do you say that? Thailandese? Thailandish? I don't know, I don't think I've ever heard it. He's Thai. I believe it's just Thai. And then Akontistes, I'm not sure exactly what country he's from, but I know he's in the EU somewhere. So both players going for a hatch first. And Hobo going for an early gas before pool. Actually, both players going for a gas before pool, but Akontistes went for slightly later. Probably wanted to eke a couple more drones out first. Let's raise the music a little bit. Alright, so both players have their overlords across the map, and pretty much know that they both went for a hatch first. So they each have gathered some information here. Metabolic boost is about halfway finished. Hobo is slightly behind Akontistes, but not by much. A little bit of harassment here on this third. The speed kicks in for both players, so doesn't do a lot of damage to the third, but does get that info on the timing of that third. And as we can see, Hobo is still on 2 bases. Slightly behind on army supply, though. He looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, perhaps. Perhaps he went for too much tech here. He's went straight for the double Evo chamber. A little bit of a greedy build here. He's got a lot of Zerglings in production, but he's going to lose a lot before those come out. But the Banelings are about to finish, so that should help out a little bit. Yeah, it does help out quite a bit. Fighting with the drones, I think he should be able to hold here. And he does have that wall off, so the double Evo chamber isn't as greedy as you might think, because it does serve as a big wall. So it's a little bit of a defensive investment as well. Ooh, beautiful Baneling connections for Akontistes, and he's still got 3 left over. Okay, going off on a queen there, not doing too much, but does kill off all the lings. Went up to quadruple gas already. He's got his lair. Perhaps he's going to drop down a spire? I don't know. It's usually what quad gases mean when it's this early, but I don't know. It could be something else. It could be Ravagers. Roach Ravager. Who knows? Akontistes is not letting up on this pressure yet, but Hobo does have overlords around the map, so he's going to be seeing these lings filter in. I love this skin. It's the best skin in the game, I think. Zergs, they lucked out. You got a freaking sweet skin for their buildings. The only thing that bothers me about it is that when the buildings get low health, they actually catch on fire, just like Terran buildings, right? So as a Terran player, like I keep trying to repair the I keep trying to repair the buildings that are on fire, but you know, obviously it won't work. And it just like bothers the crap out of me. They don't lose health, like, you know, if a Terran's building is on fire, it starts to lose health until you repair it. So yeah, it just bothers the crap out of me. Because I recently started playing random, so I have been playing a little bit of Zerg here and there, so. Akontistes still massing up these units right outside Hobo's base, and Hobo looks incredibly prepared for this. He's got a spine crawler, a bunch of range units surrounding his wall, but you know, he is still on 2 bases against the 3 bases of Akontistes, so he is falling behind slightly as time goes on. He's trying to... He has moved his army outside of the wall, which I think is a little dangerous because Akontistes' army looks a little bigger here. If he can catch Hobo's army out of position and get a full surround, that would be really... Oh, the Banelings get really good connections on those Lings, though. A little bit of a fight back and forth. Neither player really committing too much, though. I gotta pull up the stream on an Internet Explorer because unfortunately it's the only browser that this chat won't bug out on. Because of the other browsers, it disconnects me from the chat and then reconnects me and I miss whole messages. So if anyone has said anything, sorry about this. I'm not trying to ignore you, it's just the chat bugs. But anyway, Hobo is trying to do some damage here, but it's not going to work out because Akontistes clearly has a bigger army here. And Hobo's going to turn back. I mean, he's known about this 3rd base because, you know, he was attacking it a long time ago with Link, so he's known about it since it was being built. I mean, he must know he's very far behind. Excuse me, behind. Akontistes now with a 50 supply lead, and he's across the map, so he's looking to do damage, looking to take advantage of this supply lead. I think he should be able to get a cancel on this 3rd if nothing else. He's going in. Hobo's a little out of position, but he sees it with the Overlords. He's going to reposition down here, but it might be too late. He just cancels the hatch, and now he is really far behind with that cancel. He's still on 2 bases. Akontistes has had his 3rd up for several minutes here. Sending a little scout up. I mean, he does. He's clearly behind on army supply, but he has the defender's advantage, so anything is possible. Oh man, he took a lot of damage on those biles, though. He did micro at the end there, but he still took a few hits. And there goes that Ravager with biles. Biles do surprisingly large amount of damage. You don't want to underestimate those. It is very worth it to micro out of those bile range. Akontistes still streaming in more and more roaches. He wants to end the game here. He doesn't want to get into that late game. But at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to get there because Hobo is still on 2 bases. For a game to be considered going into the late game, each player has to have at least 3 bases. I declare. Actually, that's not true. A little bit off topic, but back in Wings of Liberty, I casted a 4v4 tournament. I hosted it, and one of the games, one of the Zerg players went straight to Broodlords off of 1 base. And that was on Wings of Liberty. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I can't remember if they won the game or not. But yeah, that did happen. One base through boards. Anyway, it looks like Hobo has held off this attack here. So really surprising, because Hobo's been on 2 base this whole time. I mean, at this point, he's gonna have to do some damage. So it's not like just because he held that off doesn't mean that he's ahead or anything. You know, one thing I've noticed over here is that this base has not been fully saturated this entire time. It's only been like half saturated by the minerals. He's getting all that gas though. So Akontistes may not be as ahead as you may think at first. So, okay, now he's just starting to fully saturate it. And Hobo is not too far behind, just taking his 3rd now. So if he can get that saturated, he could actually come back in this game, which is super just surprising, because he was behind on bases for so long. And if we look at the numbers, we can see that Hobo is still behind, but not by much. About 20 supply behind, about 13 workers behind, and about even on army supplies. So at this point, Akontistes can't really do too much. Hobo is actually going to try and go for an attack. If Akontistes holds this off, I'd say he's going to just eke a little bit more more ahead in the game. And which I think is entirely possible, and that being since they're even on army supply. Hey, what's up, Lamphere? What's up, Sashaman? Sashaman, I want to say A for effort on that one, but I don't think it really rhymes. I think his name is Akontistes, but I don't know, I guess I'd have to ask him. I never actually formally have asked him how it's pronounced, but yeah, A for effort. So yeah, we got Hobo trying to do some. Oh my goodness. Sniper is going on a gift sub craze over here. Thank you so much. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gift subs. Sniper, you are the man. Thank you very much. Mutas are out now. Let's see. As far as AA, he does look prepared for this. He's got some spores on the Myrtle lines. You don't need many. He's got 2 in his natural, but these mutas, you know, unfortunately, they don't do too much damage toward buildings. Oh, there's a big fight going on the other side of the map. And he's got his mutas here with him too, so it looks like Akontistes will. I think he's gonna end up. Oh my god, he just took so much damage to those biles though, on those mutas. I mean, but he doesn't have anything that shoots up, so even though. Oh man, the subscriptions just keep coming. Sniper, you are awesome. Thank you very much. So cool. Okay, so Akontistes takes game 1, and I get this stupid bug here that I have to restart the game. So, be right back. Let me update the score real quick, as Akontistes has taken game number 1. Remember, again, these guys are playing with a little bit of lag here, because Akontistes is from Europe and Hobo is from Thailand. So they're playing on the NA server. Each player is going to be playing with over 100 ping easily. Alright, looks like Hobo has gone for Kairos Junction. Alright. Get into game number 2. That was just game number 1. Sniper's not finished. He's still gifting subs to Dark C2. Awesome, man. Thank you. All the support is very much appreciated. Again, I want to stress that all of the donations, all of the financial support that we get from the stream is recycled back into the team through tournament prizes and, you know, stuff like that. So it all gets recycled. So 100% of your contributions go straight back into creating more events for the team. Let's get into this. Game number 2 here. Alright, so spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Zerg, currently up 1 point in the series, hailing from EU. His name is Akontistes. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, the Blue Zerg with the amazing skin from Thailand. His name is Hobo. Yeah, it does look like a very fast pull coming out of Akontistes. Going straight up to 6 lings. So this is gonna get interesting. I mean, why not? You know, when you're ahead in a series, it's always worth it to try and cheese. Especially since Hobo has not sent a drone scout yet, so he's only gonna see it once these lings come in within range of this Overlord. So he's seeing it now. Does he look at it? It's hard to tell. He could probably see it if he looked at the mini-map, but his camera is not looking. I mean, not much you could do about it anyway, but I mean, the pool is not even finished. But yeah, this is a super fast pool. I mean, yeah, this hatchery might possibly go down unless Hobo brings down his drone. Which he is doing. Just trying to buy some time. That's a pretty good idea, but I don't know, it's starting to get pretty low. If you bring down every single drone, you can just fight without microing, and you can save the hatch, but you're going to take a lot of losses. So it's hard to tell which is the better idea. It depends on how it goes. Wow, but he holds the hatchery, and he's able to just start mining straight from it, so yeah, it worked out. But Akontistes hatch throw down his hatch a little bit late, but so overall, I would say it's not gone too well for either player. You know, Akontistes went for those lings instead of drones, but wasn't able to get too much damage. So I'd say that the game is still pretty even on both sides right now. If we look at the numbers, we can see that Akontistes is slightly ahead in supply. So. And being that his second hatchery is already finished as well, I would safely say that he's slightly ahead. And he's starting to mass out some lings. He's got his wall up, 2 Evo chambers and a roach warren. But Hobo doesn't even look like he's going for really much army. He's ahead on workers, so he's just been droning up. He's 22 drones to 18, so he is slightly ahead in that respect. He's got some banelings morphing in for defense, so yeah, it looks like he's trying to macro up and get ahead here. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. So yeah, both players right now just kind of droning up, starting to stabilize here in the game. Still both on two bases though. Hobo has a group of lings here, but I don't think it's going to be like a big attack or anything. I think he just wants to get on the other side of the map, see what his opponent is doing. I mean, he's got overlords in position, or lings actually, to see when Akontistes takes his third. So Hobo knows that Akontistes is still on 2 bases. On the other side of the map, we have 1 overlord here for Akontistes and nothing over here. So he doesn't know for sure how many bases Hobo is on, although that number is only 2. What's up, J Skippy, DarkSea2 in chat, Sashamlan, Sniper, Lanfear, how you guys doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream today. Alright, so Akontistes bringing his army across the map. He's got a sizable amount of roaches. What are these lings doing? Oh man, I don't know. That's weird. Uh-oh, something a little sexual is going on over there. Okay, never mind. So the roaches come in here, and wow, yeah, Akontistes with a clear army supply lead. Oh man, it's about 10 roaches against 5, so pretty much double the army supply here. But Hobo does have that that defender's advantage. Get a full wall off here with the queen. He doesn't have any ravagers. That would be really good for defense because you would force the opponent to micro. But it doesn't really look like he has the gas. Both players under 100 gas right now. Both players still on 2 bases. Man, these skins are so cool, man. I love them. This looks like an Onyx, like the Pokemon, the Spine Crawler. Kind of looks like an Onyx. I know there's better skins coming too. I know you guys can. I know they can think of some good stuff. Can't wait to see what they come up with. So Akontistes is kind of doing a contain here and taking his third in the background, which I think is a good idea because it doesn't look like he's going to be able to bust this. 3 spine crawlers, a bunch of roaches, a bunch of queens with transfuses. Hobo decides to push out a little bit. He needs a couple of ravagers to be able to kill these overlords, or go up to hydras. You know, whenever I see pro ZVZ games, it's always they stick on roaches, and I'm a little confused. I don't know why that they don't mix in a few hydras. But yeah, almost every pro ZVZ. Oh, he gets a cancel on the expansion. But yeah, almost every pro ZVZ is like just mass roaches. Like whoever has most roaches wins. What's this? Oh, okay, he's getting a little unique, a little spicy here with the overlord drops. Trying some things. I think he should be able to do some damage here because oh wait, actually the army is actually very close. Yeah, fancy boy. Get him fancy here with the overlord drops. Oh my god, most intense fight in StarCraft history. 2 drones versus a Ling, and the drones come out on top. Take that, Zergling. here we go, the drop, but he already sees it and he's moving his... He's evacuating the drones, and he's going to be able to deal with this quite nicely unless Hobo can pick up his army. And if we look across the map, actually, you know, both players are still in 2 bases. Actually, they're just now throwing their third. Akontistes a little bit ahead in that respect. His third hatchery is about to finish. See what kind of tech these guys are on. It looks like mutas are starting to pop out for Akontistes. So yeah, he has gone up to that spire. He is hiding his mutas. I don't believe Hobo knows about those yet. Oh, looks like Hobo's going for his own spire, but it is scouted by this overseer. So Akontistes does know about that. Should be feeling pretty good since he does have his spire already pumping out mutas. So, you know, he'll be ahead in that respect. He'll have a bigger army supply of mutas. He should be able to take on his opponent's mutas. Yeah, I mean, Hobo doesn't have a whole lot of anything that shoots up. These Ravagers, the Biles can damage the mutas, but it's very hard to hit them, obviously, because the mutas are so fast. And the Biles, you know, you hit them once and you can't really micro where they go after the initial bile. See that? So the queens come in and they can kind of fend this group of mutas off. It's not that scary yet, but looks like in the production we can see even more mutas coming. So he wants to get into that huge number mass muta. And Hobo, despite going for that spire... Oh wait, he actually canceled the spire? Yeah, he did cancel the spire. He's going for range upgrades. How does he expect to answer the mutas? I don't see a Hydra Den. But he did cancel that spire. Still nothing that shoots up. He's building 7 more roaches. Akontistes on the other side of the map. He's going up to 4 bases, feeling good. He's got the army composition advantage, but he is behind on supply. 179 to 198, about 20 army supply behind. Hobo might go for this kind of just, you know, throw like a sledgehammer across your opponent's head. Just throw your entire gigantic roach army across the map. And it's going to take those mutas quite a while to kill them off, but, you know, Akontistes are already scouting this, already knows it's coming. So, definitely Hobo's going to be able to do some damage here, but, I mean, how much will he be able to do? And in the end, he's going to, I think, probably need an answer for the mutas. And he's seen the production tab, he's got upgrades on the way, but nothing that really shoots up. The roaches are starting to die off, and Akontistes looking like he's ahead as far as the numbers go. Hobo's gonna retreat. I think this may be the beginning of the end here. He needed to do a lot more damage than that, but Akontistes was good with the defense. He had plenty I don't think Hobo was expecting this many mutas, because Akontistes has gone up to that, like, you know, massive amount of mutas. That's what, like 20 mutas? I mean, it's about 20 mutas. I don't know. I'm not going to count on stream. Math on stream is never a good idea. Alright, moving Roaches down here to try and save the third, but it doesn't look like he has enough. I think that might be GG. Yes, it is. Akontistes takes game number 2 and taking a 2-0 lead in the series. Just updating the score real quick. It's 2-0 for Akontistes. It is a best of 7, so first player to get to 4 points will win the prize and get their name written down in our Hall of Fame. We have a Hall of Fame on Liquipedia. It has all of the winners of MVP Cups, MVC Cups, MVD Cups, and all the show matches that we do, amateur show matches. You can find that in the subtitle of our Clan Wars channel. If you're in the clan, I think you have access to that. If you're not in the clan, then consider joining the clan. We are constantly recruiting active members. So if you're interested, just talk to an officer in the Discord. Discord can be found underneath the stream in the description. Alright, so it's only been 2 games now, and we're starting to see Akontistes take a huge lead here, 2-0. Hobo wants to go to New Year. I believe he meant year 0. Yep. Okay. Alright, looks like one of the players needs a bathroom break, so it might just be a moment. Don't go anywhere, shouldn't take too long. Nice. Okay, so with the command !info, you can find all of our social media links and stuff there. You can find our Discord there. Thank you very much for that, Jay Skippy. Alright. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg. Hailing from Europe, his name is Akontistes. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg from Thailand. His name is Hobo. And again, we have a super fast pool here out of Akontistes. So looking to do that early aggression. I mean, when you're 2 points ahead, you can definitely afford to do it, and you might be able to get yourself a free point almost, you know? Jesus does work a lot of the time, so especially if they go unscouted. And as we can see in the first 2 games, Hobo doesn't like to go for that early drone scout, which I think is kind of standard in ZVZ anyway, but you know, you got those overlords. But I mean, if he did go for a drone scout, it would be almost impossible for Akontistes to get any damage. Oh my goodness, he's sending all his drones too. He's like, no, this is over. I'm doing this. He's 100% committed. If this does not work, I see a very slight chance for him to come back, unless he does enough damage to where they're pretty much even with like 3 drones each. And he's going around the overlords too, so look at this. Oh, I don't believe Hobo had any sign of this yet. On paper, without the Zerglings, this army should beat all of his drones. He doesn't have any Zerglings even in production yet. He's got a couple of queens that just started, but he sees the attack and he's gonna go ahead and throw down some spine crawlers too. But he's attacking with just the Zerglings and no drones. You need to bring those. Oh no, you need to bring those drones in. Oh, the Zerglings are almost all dead already without the drones even fighting. Oh no, now he clearly has the. Now Hobo clearly has the advantage here. He just needs to get a couple of these spine crawlers up. One of them goes down. The queens are starting to come out now. Oh, the second spine crawler goes down. Is this other one even gonna get up? I believe once it's up completely, it has a bigger, it has more health or something. But maybe not. I don't know. But wow, yeah, Akontistes. I mean, Hobo's actually. Akontistes is trying to kill that spine crawler with a bunch of drones. This is a wild fight here. But he has 2 spine crawlers that are about to pop out. Unfortunately, one of them goes down. I don't know, like, it's hard to tell what's going on here. Okay, so if we look at the drone count, we got 10-6 for Akontistes, but drones don't do too well against queen's spines. So so Hobo will get a point on the board, 2-1. And we'll be waiting on Akontistes to pick a second map. Looks like he's gonna go for a Cyber Forest. get into this fourth game. Best of 7. Akontistes leads 2-1. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg from EU. His name is Akontistes. It's snowing right now. I don't know. It depends. Depends where you are, I guess. That would be crazy if it's snowing everywhere on the entire Earth. I would say that's probably the end of the world. I don't know, but it just seems like if it was snowing everywhere, the end of the world is nigh. But anyway, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg. His name is Hobo. Both players going for a fast expand before pool, so no cheese this time. Yeah, I mean, I can see, I can understand the cheese when he's ahead, but he did lose the last game. He tried to cheese, it didn't work out, so he wants to hold this lead that he has. No drone scouts going out for either either player. I don't even think the overlords passed each other. So Hobo just now saying that Akontistes has gone for the hatch first, and as is Akontistes seeing that Hobo has gone for the hatch first. Little poke there. Did he see the third? Yeah, he did see the timing on that third base. Hobo not having his own third base yet. See back home, Hobo's gone for that wall, double Evo chamber in the Roach Warren. And in similar style to Starkiller, and he likes to stay on 2 base and mass up that big Roach army in ZVZ, and then take his third and move out and attack at the same time. I've seen it work plenty of times. It's a very good strategy. Nothing you can really do as the opponent until he tries to move out, and you just better hope you have more than your opponent. You definitely can't try and attack him because he'll be ready. His entire army's back home. He's got all the creep he needs. Really hard to even, you know, to do anything to your opponent. when he's playing so thoroughly like that. As we can see, Akontistes, he's starting to mass units right outside Hobo's base. He wants to try and poke into this. Okay, coming back, starting to morph in some Ravagers. Definitely going to help with those Spine Crawlers. He could probably take those down without even taking any damage. All he's got to do is bile it 5 times and it's down. He does have the 5 Ravagers. Wow, I don't know what that was, but something just went down to a single vial. He's gonna actually push out. Wow, he's ahead on roaches too. So he's gonna force this back. Bit of a risk there, but the lings come in. Oh man, so much damage being denied by those lings. But still, he pushes. And now he has the high ground advantage. Oh, that's such a terrible spot to fight in. Akontistes. He's gonna just go all the way back home. You know what? Akontistes has invested in this third base. He's invested in some drones. As we can see, he's got the drone lead. And now he might be paying for it because Hobo's army is in his third base. Is he going to be able to hold this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Akontistes has not enough roaches to deal with this. More and more roaches come in, but I still don't think it's enough. Just like really terrible timing for him. He's definitely going to be able to kill this third base. Third base goes down. Let's look at the army supply. Hobo's still in with a huge army supply, 80 to 50. Akontistes is struggling, trying to pump out some units here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough or if he has enough time because Hobo is all the way up his natural ramp. He's pulling the drones. It's not enough. Hobo is going to take game number 4. Just gonna grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. Should be just a moment before we get into game number 5. Okie dokie. I'm back. Let's get into this game number 5. I failed. I'm usually pretty good with that stuff, but I forgot to move me to the observer spot. Okay, let's get into this game number 5 in the best of 7. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg. His name is Hobo, hailing from Thailand. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg from EU. His name is Akontistes. See, it looks like Hobo's going for a hatch first. As is Akontistes, there it is. Akontistes slightly ahead in that respect, and not much at all, though. Both pools are about the same. Just about to finish. both players going for a metabolic boost. Akontistes is slightly ahead in that. Sorry, slightly behind in that respect. Just now starting his. So Hobo will have that slight speed advantage for a brief window. Spiky Zerglings. So here's that window I was talking about. Hobo's speed just jumped in, but Akontistes not far behind, so it doesn't look like that will come into make any difference here. And there's his speed as well. Moving out across the map, he should be able to poke with this little group of Zerglings. And if Hobo droned up too much, he could actually do some damage with this, especially with the two Banelings moving in. Morphing in. But, you know, with some proper micro, Hobo should be okay. He's got a sizable amount of Zerglings. No Banelings of his own, though. Here he comes! Oh my god! That's close. Okay, only two Zerglings. Nice micro, though. Very nice micro out of Hobo. Not losing too many at all to those Banelings. So, wow, very well handled by Hobo. Doesn't take any damage to that. Akontistes is moving back home, reevaluating what he wants to do. He's got that third base up. Both players are on 3 bases now, which is very unlikely to what we've been seeing. Both players staying on 2 base for most of the game in these previous games, but now both players go for that early third. Perhaps we'll see a very late game here. Wow, lots of Banelings being morphed in right outside Hobo's base. And it's kind of in an obscure position here. In the middle of the map. It shouldn't be scouted. And if we look at the production, he's got 10 more Zerglings, 0 drones. So this is looking pretty all in here. He's got a rich one in production, just in case it goes south. He could pump out a few roaches for defense. Banelings have not been revealed yet, I don't think. Here they come, though. Oh no, all those Banelings being morphed in have gone down. But at the cost of pretty much all of his Banelings. No, he still has 3 Banelings left. Oh, that Baneling got a huge connection off for Hobo. And, ooh, okay, both those Banelings going off on that roach, not ideal. So, but Akontistes still looks like he's got the army supply lead. And this third base is looking a little, like it's in trouble. Trying to micro away from those broodlings. But Hobo has pumped out enough Zerglings that he should be okay. There are no more Banelings from Akontistes, so he should be totally fine. But he's morphing in a ton more Banelings. So yeah, he definitely wants to do some damage with this. That's a huge gas investment for this early in the game. See what's going on here. Bunch of Zerglings. Oh, and you know what? Hobo totally sees all of what's going on because he sees this gigantic amount of Zerglings, and he knows he doesn't have too much army, so he's like, you know, I need more army right now. Oh, the Banelings coming in. Just you know, trading with other Banelings, though, not doing any eco damage. More Banelings coming in, but, you know, just kind of trading right now. That one Baneling won't be able to get any kills. It can damage the drones, but yeah, look at the supply, though. Look at the supply. Look at the supply, as Todd would say. Double the supply for Akontistes. This third base is definitely going down. Hobo has no army to deal with this right now. Everything is being destroyed here. He's got a few roaches. That might be what kind of cost him the game here, because if he had even a few Banelings, he might have been able to hold that. Banelings are so good against that mass Zergling play. He clearly does not have enough. Soaked in so much damage with those Zerglings. But okay, holds for now. But if we look at the supply, Akontistes clearly has the lead. 45 workers to 39 ahead on worker and army supply. 82 to 45, so almost doubling the supply there for the army supply. And on top of that, he's on his opponent's side of the map. So he has got the bigger army, and he's right there at your front door. Nice micro there, microing out of the vials. He actually took minimal damage to all those vials. Meanwhile, Hobo took quite a bit of damage. I think I saw him take like three vials in the chunk of his army. So definitely denying that third base, keeping Hobo on 2 bases. I would like to see a 4th base out of Akontistes at this point, but I mean, will he really even need it? If we look at the army supply, he's got double the army supply, 99 to 50. And he's right outside his opponent's base. So this just looks like the beginning of the end here. He just clearly doesn't have the numbers. Yeah, he's landing some good vials though, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Microing out of those vials. And GG, there it goes. Akontistes takes the lead 3-2 in this show match. It is a best of 7, so Akontistes has gone up to match point. Let me just update the score there. Akontistes leads 3-2. Uh-oh. What's going on? Sorry, technical difficulties. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Akontistes 3-2 for Hobo. Okay, it looks like Hobo's gone for Automaton, which is, I think, the largest map in the map pool. Perhaps he wants to get into that late game. We shall see. Alright, getting into game number 6. It It is match point for Akontistes, so if he can take this game, he'll take the series. He'll win his name in the Hall of Fame, and he'll win the $5 prize. It's never a bad day when you play. When you win actual money playing video games, right? Some people do that for a living, but for the mass majority of us, winning any money playing video games is a good deal. Let me update the score real quick. It's 3-2 for Akontistes. Get the overlay. Alright, so spotting in the top right hand position, we have the blue Zerg from Thailand. His name is Hobo. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of the map, you have the red Zerg from EU. His name is Akontistes. And as we can see, Akontistes already with his fast pool almost already done, about 3/4 of the way done. Hobo's throwing down his hatch, no pool yet. He's actually even gone for that gas first, so that's going to be huge. That's a huge thing there, because it's gonna, every second counts when you're up against a fast pool here. But I believe we did see this in a previous game, so we'll see if Hobo can hold this off. We've got 6 Zerglings on the way. Actually, 8 Zerglings on the way, going up to 8 Zerglings. He's going to be waiting for that extra 2 Zerglings before he goes out. What's his, a Baneling nest as well, so he's going to be mixing in some Banes. Akontistes says he messed up basically everything he could. Oh, maybe he was not planning on doing this, but you know, whatever happens, happens. You got to go with the flow at this point. And it's going to be passing right underneath this Overlord, so Hobo is going to see full well what he's going for. He's got 2 Overlords. If he didn't catch it already, he still has time to catch it. I'm pretty sure he's going to know exactly what's on the way across the map. He's making his own Zerglings. He's got Metabolic Boost on the way. Way ahead of, actually, whoa, no, Akontistes is actually ahead in that respect. He's got a Baneling Nest and Metabolic Boost is about to finish. So this is looking super all in from Akontistes. He still has no hatchery. Alright, all he has to do is get 1 good Baneling connection and it's GG, I think. Okay, 2 Banelings going off. Not a whole lot of damage done yet, but there's still a chance. He has 1 Baneling left. Oh, that actually got 5 Lings. So, yeah, this is looking really bad for Hobo here. Spinecrawler going down. There's no units. There's a queen that's about to die. It's got like 10 HP. It goes down. There's no actual attacking units for Hobo. This might be GG here. All these Zerglings and morphing even more Banelings in his face. But you know what? It's gonna take a while for those Banelings to morph in. Does Hobo have enough to hold? It looks like it. Wow. He just had a gigantic amount of Lings morph in at the right time. And how many drones did he lose? Not many, because we can see the drone count is 18-13 in lead of Hobo. So if he can hold off, wow, he'll be in a very good position, because Akontistes still has no natural. He looks like he's gearing up to take it right now, but he still has no natural even finished. So Hobo will be able to saturate 2 bases way before Akontistes is. That was a pretty good Baneling hit though. Akontistes has this really small chance here to do some actual damage. Baneling goes off, not getting too much damage done. And Akontistes is out of Banelings. And Hobo's going to be morphing in his own Banelings, which I think he should be, that's the right answer there for him. I think those banelings finish, which they do. We'll have to see if if Akontistes totally just totally botches his entire micro, then we could be seeing Hobo in a huge lead here. But okay, not bad. One Zergling for one baneling is always a good trade. Looks like it might not have it again. Yeah, it does. I mean, if we just take a peek at the army supply real quick, we'll see Akontistes in the lead as he is right outside his opponent's base. But, you know, the banelings could change everything. Here comes the 5 banelings. Oh, okay, decent micro from Akontistes. Wow, a lot of those banelings going down, and they're very low. If that one baneling could actually get all 3 of those, but only gets 1. Okay, okay, actually that works out pretty well for Akontistes. He's now hugely in the army lead. The spine crawler is about to go around, and I feel like all of these drones are actually also going to go down. Banelings are starting to morph in for Akontistes, so he's still trying. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of banelings. He's gonna. Oh man. Okay, so Hobo shouldn't take any more damage, but Akontistes has definitely evened up this game as the drone count goes down to 12 to 11. He's actually in the lead by 1. My phone is going off. I'm sorry that you hear that. Let me just cancel that real quick. Deny whatever that is. Sorry. There it goes. Okay, so if we look at the numbers, we can see that both players even on drone supply. I mean, after all of this, are you going to tell me that the game is going to stabilize into a late game, into a mid to late game? I don't know. Hobo's looking like he's trying to do some damage on the other side of the map, but I mean, Akontistes clearly has an army supply lead here, right? Especially with those bangs going off. Oh, okay, so Hobo, wow, he actually doesn't take too many, too bad of bane hits. He might actually be able to kill this queen. He's definitely going to go for that. Why not? Okay, so he gets the queen. Pretty fair trades there. Both players still in the 20s of supplies, so we can see how scrappy this game is. He's got even more Zerglings streaming in. He's going to get another queen. He'll probably get this one too. Wow! Okay, so Akontistes GG's after all of that. Hobo takes the game. Evens up the score. This is match point. We're on game number 7 of a best of 7. Hobo says it's very ambitious for you to do a Ling Bane game on such a high ping, right? But so let me just remind everyone that Akontistes is from EU and Hobo is from Asia, and we're all playing on the NA server. So both of these players are playing with over 100 ping. Excuse me, over 100 ping. So yeah, it is an interesting risk for Akontistes to play with over 100 ping and go for Ling Bane, as that is a very micro-intensive style of play. Alright. Akontistes is gonna go for a new pregnancy. So yeah, Akontistes did ask me for no ZVZ when he when I asked him if he could do a show match, but I mean, what can I do? Like, the only player that got back to me about today would be Hobo, which is a Zerg player. So I can try and take requests if I'm setting something up for you, but you know, there's only so many players within your range that would do a good fair match within the time allotted. So I try to take these requests into consideration, but it's hard to do so. Alright, getting into this final game in the best of 7. Akontistes starting with the drone. As we know from the previous games, he is the cheeser. If there's gonna be a fast pool, it's probably gonna be from him. Sorry about that. The overlay. Let me get the scoreboard settled. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player from Southeast Asia. His name is Hobo. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg from Europe. His name is Akontistes.